Hey everyone, Abe here, and if you're seeing this, my portable portal tech actually worked. My trusty mechanic, Pipen. He's the engineering prodigy behind all my culinary adventures. Right now, he's on his knees, his comms unit screeching, a high-pitched whine cutting through the oppressive quiet. My boots crunch on something like dried pumice, alien and almost alive. The air tastes like static electricity and old dust, thick and heavy. I hear frantic clicks and whirs as Pipen tries to stabilize something. System overload, Abe, his garbled voice transmits. Pressure valve spiking, thermal regulation failing on the portable stove unit. He's a blur of motion, tiny wrenches and goggles flashing in the dim, purplish light. Springs coil and uncoil. A tiny gear mechanism threatens to jump. "Hold on, buddy," I murmur, my voice echoing strangely. This place feels fundamentally wrong. Every fiber of my being hums with unfamiliar dread, a chilling anticipation of something lurking just beyond my sight. The silence isn't peaceful. It's a predator holding its breath. Pipen's comms burst into a stuttering alarm, red lights flashing across his diagnostic screen. "Abe, the atmospheric converters," a quote, "trying to optimize to a non-existent parameter set. This environment is actively fighting our tech." He grunts, twisting a tiny dial with intense precision. My gaze sweeps the desolate landscape, jagged, crystalline structures piercing a perpetual twilight sky. No sound, no wind, just the growing mechanical strain and a pervasive sense of being watched. This isn't just unfamiliar, it feels like it's aware of us. My cautious curiosity solidifies into a focused dread. The air here feels thick and heavy, like breathing wet velvet pressing against my lungs. Above, the cavern ceiling pulses with a faint bioluminescent glow, casting long, wavering shadows across everything. My boot scrapes against something crusted, a strange crystalline growth that shimmers with an internal light. I watch as the light shifts, a subtle flicker rippling across vast, shelf-like fungi clinging to the cave walls. It's almost imperceptible, a mere whisper of motion, but something about its timing feels unnatural. A wave of cool air brushes past me, carrying a damp, earthy scent mingled with something sharp, like crushed minerals. "Pressure valves are holding, Abe!" Pipen's frantic voice crackles in my ear, barely audible over his rapid tinkering sounds. But the resonant frequency of this atmosphere is unoptimized. I can almost picture him, head down, tiny gears and springs flying, probably tightening some microsprocket on my portable heatsink, muttering about harmonic imbalances. The ground beneath my feet begins to vibrate, a low, persistent hum that resonates through my bones. It's not a tremor, more like the cave itself is breathing, slowly, deeply. The light shifts again, faster this time, tracing intricate patterns on the fungal surfaces. It's like watching a hidden language unfold before my eyes. A strange metallic tang now fills my nose, sharp and cold, like a distant lightning strike has just charged the air. This place feels intensely alive, and its rhythm is growing unsettling, almost malevolent. My initial curiosity sharpens, twisting into a focused unease. Every flicker, every hum feels deliberate now, almost watchful, as if I'm being observed by the very environment. I'm scanning the alien flora, vibrant blues and purples, when a peculiar visual distortion ripples in the air ahead. Suddenly, a flicker of movement. Long, dark shapes, like ribbons of shadow, detach themselves from alien shrubbery. These aren't creatures I recognize. They flow, almost like liquid darkness, moving with unnatural grace until they halt. A patch of ground ahead, deeper than midnight, actively repels them. They stretch, almost painfully, before snapping back, a visible shiver running through their forms. My initial curiosity quickly sours into a cold dread. What could be so potent, so wrong, that even these shadow creatures recoil? From my comms, Pipen's voice crackles, sharp and urgent. Environmental sensors just spiked. Abe, whatever's over there, the local ecosystem really doesn't like it. I picture him, frantic fingers flying, complex gears spinning, tiny springs recoiling. My heat sinks are screaming, and pressure valves on the sonic mortar are spiking wildly. Prudence, Abe, prudence. My flux capacitor readings near those ground anomalies are off the charts. This isn't just a biohazard, it's something else. A low, resonant hum starts to vibrate through the soles of my boots, a sound less heard and more felt, deep in my bones. The air around the dark patches seems to thicken, taking on an almost viscous quality. My gaze locks onto the deepest black spot, not merely a shadow, but an absence, a silent, inviting, terrifying void. My boots whisper across the slick obsidian floor, each step muffled by the dense, humid air. Ahead, the cavern wall pulses with an ethereal, cyan glow, outlining strange, jagged formations that resemble petrified lightning. Bioluminescent, multi-legged creatures, no bigger than my thumb, scuttle across the damp rock. They move with an uncanny, synchronized rhythm, meticulously veering wide around every shimmering outcropping. Their movements are so precise, so rehearsed. It's almost a silent, ritualistic dance of profound avoidance. A peculiar hum resonates in the air, barely perceptible, yet it vibrates deep within my chest. I feel a growing chill, not from the ambient temperature, but from the deliberate, unnerving void these creatures maintain around those pulsating structures. Pipen's wrist-mounted scanner suddenly whirs to life, a high-pitched whine quickly followed by a frantic clatter of tiny gears and springs. His fingers fly over the dials, then his eyes dart between the flickering screen and the glowing formations, a bead of sweat tracing a path down his temple. His voice, usually so confident, drops to a tight whisper. "Abe," he barely manages. Their neuroelectric pulses are off the charts near those formations. High energy signature detected, but diffused. Not good, Abe, not good at all. A deeper, resonant tremor runs through the rock beneath my feet, mirroring the sudden unease in my gut. This isn't just a cave or even a living ecosystem. This is something else entirely. My cautious curiosity sharpens into a cold, undeniable dread. My gaze fixes on the craggy edge of the chasm, where the very air around me seems to thicken, pressing in. A section of the rocky outcropping just ahead begins to ripple, like heat haze distorting the horizon. Yet an unnatural chill permeates my skin. The shimmer intensifies, pulling at the very light, subtly warping the immediate dimensions. Then, with a sudden alarming clarity, it reveals itself. A massive, pulsating, multifaceted crystal, dark as a moonless void, embedded impossibly deep within the solid stone. It's raw meat, but faceted and cold like an obsidian geode, catching every stray photon and devouring it into its depths. Pipen's breath hitches sharply in my comms. I hear the frantic, high-pitched whine of overtaxed servos, the rapid-fire clicks and whirs of clockwork gears struggling, springs snapping taut against unseen forces. His voice, strained, cuts in. "Whoa, Abe," he shouts, "my readouts are going wild. The energy signature? It's not just strong, it's chaotic. That thing is emitting chaotic energy bursts, fluctuating at impossible ratios. It's unstable. A low resonant thrumming vibrates through my very bones, a silent frequency that seems to rewrite the air around me." My cautious curiosity abruptly twists into a cold knot of dread. This isn't merely an ingredient, It's a contained storm, pulsing with untamed volatile power. My hands are steady, despite the low resonant thrum radiating from the immense cosmic stone meat. I lift my custom-forged culinary chisel, its diamond dust edge glinting under the ambient light, and carefully press the tip against the shimmering surface. I aim for a hairline fissure, hoping to leverage a clean, bite-sized fragment. The crystal, however, doesn't chip. Instead, a low, guttural hum, almost a growl, vibrates through the air and into my very teeth. A violent, blinding surge of violet light bursts from its core, painting the chamber in ephemeral, hostile hues. Then, an unseen pressure builds, a silent scream of energy that vibrates Pipen's gear-rigged console. I hear his frantic voice, distorted by static and alarm. Gears are grinding, Abe. My force dampeners are failing. This isn't just unstable, it's actively reactive. Improvise, improvise. A sharp, high-pitched sonic wave erupts, tearing at the air. My grip on the chisel gives way as the reinforced tip warts and then shears clean off with a shriek of tortured metal rocketing past my ear. The concussive blast sends me sprawling backward, a raw sting of ozone burning my nostrils as I hit the floor. My head rings, my vision blurring for a moment. The cosmic stone meat pulsates, a malevolent eye watching my failure. I lean closer, inches from the cosmic stone meat. Its surface shimmers, exhaling rhythmic pulses. It feels less like rock, more like a slumbering heart, its beat echoing inside my skull. Pipen, a whirlwind, tightens micro springs on my culinary field generator. He sighs, a metallic clink. Abe, if this heatsink fails, your Viber spatula might destabilize local space-time. Just kidding, mostly. I ignore him, focusing on subtler frequencies. My Viber spatula hums, its finely tuned tip hovering, a guttural growl reverberating up my arm. Pipen's mechanical chimes and whirs counterpoint the stone's steady thrum. He adjusts mortar pressure valves, muttering about optimal phase synchronization. He twists a brass dial, brow furrowed. The air feels thick, viscous with its rhythmic emanations. My dread morphs into focused intensity. I press the Viper spatula down, a hair's breadth away. It picks up the crystal's pulse directly, a subtle frequency vibrating through my fingertips. I feel an urge to match its rhythm. Yes, Abe, that's it, syncing with its inherent rhythm. My harmonic oscillators are picking up a direct correlation. Keep it up. Pipen's excited voice pierces the air. His lecture holds rare triumph. I feel the vibra spatula subtly shift, adjusting its frequency. The tool learns. My hand extends, tracing the stone's invisible waves. Its deep, subsonic hum fills the space. A lullaby of potential chaos. This isn't just cooking. It's a desperate dance. My focus narrows, becoming unwavering obsession. My gaze locks onto the cosmic stone meat's shimmering surface. It pulses, a deep thrum against alien bedrock. Pipen, a blur, finalizes adjustments on my weighted tenderizer. Clockwork mechanisms whir, a complex lullaby. I feel the tool's precise heft, perfectly balanced, humming with latent kinetic energy. My breath hitches, air thick with a sweet metallic tang. This is it. Crucial extraction, a dance of intuition and control. I sync my rhythm to the crystal's erratic beat, feeling its subtle vibrations through the tenderizer's grip. Each tremor, a direct current, a whisper from its ancient core. I visualize precise molecular bonds. My mind clears. Caution transforms into obsessive drive. I apply the tenderizer, not with power, but with gentle, synchronized pressure. A high-pitched, crystalline chime echoes. A faint, silent crack reverberates, less a break, more a graceful separation. A perfect, gleaming shard of cosmic stone meat detaches cleanly. It drifts into the harvesting sphere, glowing with contained, stable inner light. Pipen's triumphant voice crackles. Success! The energy signature is contained within the harvesting sphere. Optimal extraction, Abe. Optimal. His words buzz with elation. My vision swims, not from fatigue, but from profound revelation. The universe, I understand, yields its secrets not to force, but to intuitive harmony. I carefully lower the cosmic stone meat into my custom-built anti-grav wok. It's pressure-sealed, reinforced with alloys that shimmer like captured nebulae. A low hum emanates from the wok as its gravitational dampeners activate, levitating slightly above the cooking surface. As the wok seals, a crimson light pulses from within, growing in intensity. The metallic shell begins to vibrate, a deep thrumming that travels up my arms, rattling my bones. Abe! The heat sinks are barely holding. Pipen's frantic voice echoes in my ear, strained with effort. I see his hands a blur, tightening clockwork springs, adjusting intricate gears on the external cooling conduits of the wok. We're at critical pressure. My clockwork mechanisms are screaming under the strain. This thing does not want to be cooked. The wok shudders violently, sparks spitting from the seams. The air around it distorts, swirling with heat haze, smelling faintly of ozone and burnt sugar. My cautious curiosity has evaporated, replaced by a growing dread. This isn't just an ingredient, it's fighting back, a raw, sentient resistance. The intense vibrations resonate, not just through the wok, but through the very air, blurring the edges of my vision. Pipen curses softly as a small gear pops off a pressure gauge. This isn't about culinary skill anymore. My focus sharpens into an obsessive drive. I stare at the pulsating wok. Its defiance now a challenge. A profound, unsettling realization dawns on me. This meat holds not just flavor, but some fundamental secret of creation. The transformation isn't just chemical, it's a forced bending of reality itself. I lift the fork, the TESSERACT shawarma shimmering with an inner, almost audible hum, like a distant, resonant gong. My hand trembles, not from fear, but from the raw, unstable energy radiating from the cosmic stone meat. I bite. A surge, not of taste, but of pure crystalline vibration explodes across my tongue, through my jaw, and into my skull. The world blurs, colors bleeding into impossible hues. Then it snaps into layers, like transparent sheets. I see yesterday's jungle canopy, tomorrow's nebula, and 1,000 alien sunsets, all overlapping, shimmering like fragile gossamer in the same impossible space. Pipen's voice, distant now, crackles in my comm. He's screaming, sensors, registering impossible spatial distortion. Quantum entanglement on a molecular level, Abe. My gut clenches with a primal dread, but it's quickly overtaken by a profound, chilling curiosity. This isn't just random teleportation, it's seeing the very fabric of everything. The dish's sentient energy pulling back the veil. The initial fear melts into an obsessive need to understand this fundamental truth. Reality isn't a single stream, it's an ocean of flowing possibilities. And this shawarma, it's the key to navigating its depths. I stare into the swirling vortex of existence, utterly consumed, utterly changed, a revelation blossoming in my mind.